Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the Slow English podcast. I'm happy you're here. I'm proud of you for showing up. And today, we will do something very special. In this episode, we will practice 200 simple English sentences. Short sentences, clear sentences, useful sentences, the kind of sentences you can use every day. I will speak slowly. I will repeat many times. I will guide you. And after each sentence, you will hear. Now you repeat. This is your moment to shadow me. Shadowing helps your mouth move. Shadowing helps your brain think in English. Shadowing helps you feel more confident. By the end of this episode, you will speak with stronger rhythm. Learn natural daily expressions. Feel more comfortable building sentences. And increase your speaking flow. Take a deep breath with me. Slow in, slow out. Good. You are safe here. You are learning, and you are improving with every minute. Let's begin today's journey together. Why are 200 simple sentences so powerful? Why does this practice help your English so much? Let's think about it. When you speak a language, you don't think about grammar rules. You don't think about long explanations. You think in sentences, short sentences, clear sentences, easy sentences. For example, I need help. I'm feeling tired. I like this idea. These simple sentences are the real building blocks of English. Maybe you have experienced this before. You know the words, you know the grammar, but your mind is slow when speaking. Your ideas get stuck. You want to speak, but the sentences do not come out. This is normal. This happens to every learner. So don't worry. You are not alone. But here is the good news. When you repeat simple sentences again and again, your brain starts to connect the pieces. Your mouth gets faster. Your confidence grows. Your English becomes smoother. It's like building a small road. One sentence is one stone. Another sentence is another stone. And slowly, the road becomes strong, clear, easy to walk on. We practice slowly because slow is powerful. Slow helps you notice sounds. Slow helps you control your voice. Slow helps you speak with calm confidence. And we practice with repetition because repetition creates fluency, not perfection, not stress, just fluency. So today, you will speak a lot. You will shadow a lot. You will feel your English becoming more natural. Are you ready? Take one more deep breath. You are doing great. Now, let's begin the first practice set. I will say each sentence slowly. Then I will guide you to repeat. Shadow me with calm focus. Ready? Let's begin. 1. I'm ready to start. Now you repeat. 2. I feel calm today. Now you repeat. 3. I want to learn more. Now you repeat. 4. I'm trying my best. Now you repeat. 5. I'm not afraid of mistakes. Now you repeat. 6. I'm proud of my progress. Now you repeat. 7. I speak slowly and clearly. Now you repeat. 8. I listen with focus. Now you repeat. 9. I keep going even when it's hard. Now you repeat. 10. I'm building my English step by step. Now you repeat. Take a breath. You're doing well. 11. I wake up early today. Now you repeat. 12. I stretch my body. Now you repeat. 13. I drink some water. Now you repeat. 14. I check my phone. Now you repeat. 15. I read my messages. Now you repeat. 16. I get ready for the day. Now you repeat. 17. I prepare my breakfast. Now you repeat. 18. I enjoy a quiet moment. Now you repeat. 19. I start my work slowly. Now you repeat. 20. I try to stay positive. Now you repeat. Deep breath. Good. 21st. I plan my tasks. Now you repeat. 22. I take my time. Now you repeat. 23. I focus on one thing. Now you repeat. 24. I keep my mind clear. Now you repeat. 25. I move forward with confidence. Now you repeat. 26. Can you help me? Now you repeat. 27. Can you say that again? Now you repeat. 28. Can you speak more slowly? Now you repeat. 29. I don't understand yet. Now you repeat. 30. Please explain that to me. Now you repeat. 31. That makes sense. Now you repeat. 32. I agree with you. Now you repeat. 33. I'm not sure about that. Now you repeat. 34. Let me think for a moment. Now you repeat. 35. I have a question. Now you repeat. Great job. Let's continue. 36. I need more time. Now you repeat. 37. I'm looking for something. Now you repeat. 38. I'm trying to understand. Now you repeat. 39. I want to improve. Now you repeat. 40. I can try again. Now you repeat. 41. I'm learning every day. Now you repeat. 42. I enjoy practicing English. Now you repeat. 43. I feel more confident now. Now you repeat. 44. I can speak more clearly. Now you repeat. 45. I'm getting better and better. Now you repeat. Almost there. 46. Thank you for your patience. Now you repeat. 47. I appreciate your help. Now you repeat. 48. I'm happy to be here. Now you repeat. 49. I'm ready for the next step. Now you repeat. 50. Let's keep going together. Now you repeat. Your first 50 sentences are complete. You're doing wonderful work. Now let's move into a soft, simple story to help you practice rhythm and flow. I will tell you a simple story in slow English. After each line, you will repeat. Shadow gently. Feel the rhythm. Feel the calm. My morning story. I wake up at 6 a.m. Now you repeat. I open my eyes slowly. Now you repeat. I hear the birds outside. Now you repeat. The morning is quiet. Now you repeat. I stretch my arms. Now you repeat. I sit up on my bed. Now you repeat. The air feels cool and fresh. Now you repeat. All right. I take a deep breath. Now you repeat. I stand up and walk to the window. Now you repeat. I look at the sky. Now you repeat. It is soft and bright. Now you repeat. I smile a little. Now you repeat. Today feels like a good day. Now you repeat. I go to the bathroom. Now you repeat. I wash my face with cold water. Now you repeat. I feel awake now. Now you repeat. I brush my teeth slowly. Now you repeat. I think about my plans for the day. Now you repeat. I walk to the kitchen. Now you repeat. I boil some water. Now you repeat. I make a warm drink. Now you repeat. I sit at the table. Now you repeat. The room is quiet. Now you repeat. I enjoy the peaceful morning. Now you repeat. I take small sips. Now you repeat. I watch the sunlight grow. Now you repeat. It feels gentle and warm. Now you repeat. I prepare a simple breakfast. Now you repeat. Eggs, bread, and tea. Now you repeat. I eat slowly. Now you repeat. I enjoy each bite. Now you repeat. I check my phone. Now you repeat. I read a few messages. Now you repeat. I answer them calmly. Now you repeat. I feel ready to begin my day. Now you repeat. I clean the table. Now you repeat. I take my things. Now you repeat. I open the door. Now you repeat. A new day begins. Now you repeat. Good job. This story helps you practice time, actions, and everyday rhythm. Now let's learn more sentences in a new context. Now we move to the next set of sentences. These 50 sentences focus on afternoon and evening life. They help you talk about work, rest, plans, and feelings. Shadow slowly with me. 51. I start my work after breakfast. Now you repeat. 52. I check my emails. Now you repeat. 53. I reply to messages. Now you repeat. 54. I focus on one task. Now you repeat. 55. I try not to rush. Now you repeat. 56. I take small breaks. Now you repeat. 57. I drink some water. Now you repeat. 58. I stand and stretch. Now you repeat. 59. I continue working. Now you repeat. 60. I stay calm and patient. Now you repeat. 61. I listen to my thoughts. Now you repeat. 62. I try to stay organized. Now you repeat. 63. I write down my ideas. Now you repeat. 64. I complete one task at a time. Now you repeat. 65. I feel more productive today. Now you repeat. 66. I enjoy my work. Now you repeat. 67. I ask for help when needed. Now you repeat. 68. I learn new skills. Now you repeat. 69. I take my lunch break. Now you repeat. 70. I eat something simple. Now you repeat. 71. I relax for a moment. Now you repeat. 72. I breathe deeply. Now you repeat. 73. I reset my mind. Now you repeat. 74. I go back to work. Now you repeat. 75. I try to stay focused. Now you repeat. 76. I take it step by step. Now you repeat. 77. I finish my tasks slowly. Now you repeat. 78. I feel proud of my progress. Now you repeat. 79. I clean my desk. Now you repeat. 80. I prepare for tomorrow. Now you repeat. 81. I close my laptop. Now you repeat. 82. Work is done for today. Now you repeat. 83. I stretch my body again. Now you repeat. 84. I feel lighter now. Now you repeat. 85. I walk outside for fresh air. Now you repeat. 86. The afternoon feels calm. Now you repeat. 87. I enjoy the sunlight. Now you repeat. 88. I take a short walk. Now you repeat. 89. I feel relaxed. Now you repeat. 90. I head back home. Now you repeat. 91. I open the door slowly. Now you repeat. 92. The house feels warm. Now you repeat. 93. I sit for a moment. Now you repeat. 94. I let my mind rest. Now you repeat. 95. I prepare a small snack. Now you repeat. 96. I enjoy the quiet time. Now you repeat. 97. I check my phone again. Now you repeat. 98. I talk to a friend. Now you repeat. 99. I feel connected. Now you repeat. 100. I enjoy the rest of my afternoon. Now you repeat. Now let's practice a soft evening story with shadowing. 101. I start cooking dinner. Now you repeat. 102. The kitchen smells nice. Now you repeat. 103. I chop some vegetables. Now you repeat. 104. I boil some rice. Now you repeat. 105. I listen to quiet music. Now you repeat. 106. The room feels peaceful. Now you repeat. 107. I set the table. Now you repeat. 108. I sit down to eat. Now you repeat. 109. I take slow bites. Now you repeat. 110. I enjoy my meal. Now you repeat. 111. I finish eating. Now you repeat. 112. I wash the dishes. Now you repeat. 113. The water feels warm. Now you repeat. 114. I clean the table. Now you repeat. 115. The kitchen looks neat. Now you repeat. 116. I sit on the sofa. Now you repeat. 117. I stretch my legs. Now you repeat. 118. I watch a short video. Now you repeat. 119. I laugh a little. Now you repeat. 120. I feel relaxed. Now you repeat. 121. I check my messages again. Now you repeat. 122. I reply to a few friends. Now you repeat. 123. The evening feels gentle. Now you repeat. 124. I think about my day. Now you repeat. 125. I feel grateful. Now you repeat. 126. I take a warm shower. Now you repeat. 127. The water helps me relax. Now you repeat. 128. I dry my hair. Now you repeat. 129. I put on soft clothes. Now you repeat. 130. I sit on my bed. Now you repeat. 131. I read a few pages of a book. Now you repeat. 132. The story is interesting. Now you repeat. 133. My eyes feel tired. Now you repeat. 134. I close the book. Now you repeat. 135. I turn off the light. Now you repeat. 136. The room becomes quiet. Now you repeat. 137. I lie down. Now you repeat. 138. I take slow breaths. Now you repeat. 139. I feel calm. Now you repeat. 140. I think about tomorrow. Now you repeat. 141. I feel hopeful. Now you repeat. 142. Today was a good day. Now you repeat. 143. I close my eyes. Now you repeat. 144. I rest my mind. Now you repeat. 145. I fall asleep gently. Now you repeat. 146 to 150. Repeat the final sentence slowly for grounding. I rest deeply tonight. Now you repeat. 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 Now it's your turn. I want you to think about your own life, your morning, your afternoon, your evening. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need long sentences. Just speak. Just express yourself. Even simple words are enough. Here are some reflection questions. Pause after each one. Speak your answer out loud. Take your time. No rush. Morning reflection. What time do you usually wake up? What is the first thing you do in the morning? How do you feel when you start your day? What do you eat for breakfast? What is your favorite quiet moment in the morning? Afternoon reflection. What do you usually do after lunch? What helps you stay focused during the day? Do you take breaks? What makes your afternoon feel good? What helps you relax? Evening reflection. What is your evening routine? What do you usually cook or eat? How do you rest at night? What helps you feel calm before sleep? What makes your day feel complete? Speak slowly, speak softly, speak gently. Your words matter. Your voice matters. If your answers are short, that's okay. If your answers are simple, that's okay. If you need time to think, that's okay. You are building fluency, sentence by sentence, breath by breath. You can also write your answers in a small notebook. Writing helps your memory grow. Writing helps your English become clear. Every time you practice, your English becomes stronger. You may not see the progress every day, but it is there. It is real. It is growing. And you are doing it. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Section 6. Closing message. Approximately 350 to 400 words. You have completed 200 English sentences. You have practiced shadowing. You have repeated slowly. You have trained your mind and your voice. This is real work. This is real progress. You showed up. You spoke out loud. You stayed patient. Remember this. You don't need perfect English. You just need clear English, calm English, simple English, English that comes from practice. And you did that today. If you want to grow even more, you can. Repeat this episode tomorrow. Shadow 2 or 3 sections again. Record your voice. Speak about your own day. Or write your own story. Every small step matters. Every small sentence builds fluency. You are not just learning English. You are living in English. One word at a time, one breath at a time, one sentence at a time. Thank you for practicing with me today. I'm proud of you. Keep speaking. Keep listening. Keep growing. I hope to see you again in the next episode of the Slow English Podcast. Take care, rest well, and speak with confidence. Goodbye for now, my friend.